rock star. You were on the verge of greatness. You were this close, but you couldn't just do it. The brand new Pegassi Zurrosso was released today, a brand new supercar, and it looks incredible, but it absolutely sucks. Now that may be a little subjective. I'll obviously take you guys through my thoughts and show some examples on why it sucks, but man, oh man, I was looking forward to this car so much. This was probably my most anticipated car out of the drip feed, and Rockstar let me down. This vehicle is so disappointing. Now, as you can tell from the title, this is a buyer beware because of what I just mentioned. Do not buy this car. I'll just get that out right at the start. This vehicle, not only is it $1.9 million, basically $2 million, but it is not good. So for that $2 million price tag, what do you even get? Well, like I said, you get a fantastic looking car. So if you have billions of dollars and you just want a car to look at, boom, you got yourself a new car. But everything else is where this thing falls apart. Like we always do, let's start with the customization. Taking it inside of the custom shop, you'll notice doesn't take very long to get through all of the items. There's really not a whole lot that you can customize on this car. I mean, it's got a couple of hood options, a couple of bumper options. I think there's a couple of spoiler options, but that's really it. And when I say a couple, I literally mean like 2 or 3 in some cases. Not a whole lot, and they're not really that much different, as you see when I scroll just through all the customization. As for the paint jobs, you only have a primary and a secondary. You can't even paint the interior, which is unfortunate because this is a convertible, as you'll see. I mean, you can put the roof on, but I like the look without the roof, and I was hoping you could paint the interior just to give it some more pop of color. Can't do that. And the secondary is only on the spoiler, if you choose a spoiler that has obviously the secondary color, and the mirrors. So the primary color you choose, that's going to be the one for the entire car. Now, the one saving grace is that the liveries on this car are fantastic. I love the liveries on this car. You can see there are probably 7 or so that I could use and I would use if I bought this car in online. I mean, the tricolor one's really cool. Some of the last couple of ones, they're super unique, super awesome. It's got the Ron livery, which is cool and awesome for me because I love that sort of Asimov theme where it's like black, orange, and white. And you can do that with that livery. So that, again, like I said, is the one sort of saving grace, the liveries. But apart from that, customization ain't very good. But again, I do just want to reiterate, the looks of this car without customization are phenomenal. Like, I love the cuts, the curves, and all that stuff. The back looks incredible. So I guess, you know, there maybe is a compromise there, but still not so great when it comes to customization. But the part that's even more disappointing that we're all here to see, the performance. Now, I have it here against 3 other supercars. We have the top left, the Krieger, the fastest, or well, the overall best supercar. Then the top right, we have the Deveste 8, which is the fastest in the top speed supercar. The bottom right, we have the Zentorno, because I feel like the Zurrosso is sort of like supposed to be the Zentorno Mark II. And then obviously at the bottom left, we have the Zurrosso. First thing you might have noticed, the start was terrible compared to these other vehicles. And that's because it's a rear-wheel drive. You will spin the tires when you start because it's not all-wheel drive. It's not front-wheel drive either. And then, as we continue, the top speed is not very good. I think maybe we hit like 130, but the Zentorno hit 129. So you're really not gaining much more top speed from a car that's 6 years old. The other 2 cars, I mean, they almost hit 140, if not, I mean, it's crazy how fast they can go. The Zurrosso, while it looks like it would be fast, it is not. And obviously ending it here, it does finish slightly, literally like maybe 0.5 seconds, if that, ahead of the Zentorno. But the other 2 vehicles, again, the top of the line supercars just smoke it. Like it's not even close. Now, after I did this test, I was like, man, that's really disappointing. Obviously, it's not as fast in a top speed scenario that I would have liked it, but maybe that's fine because maybe it does good like around corners. But the handling on this car is so weird. I mean, look, handling is one of those things. The more you use the vehicle, the more you will get better at it. So if you just love this car, I'm sure you'll get control of the handling. But just initially, the handling I thought was terrible. I don't know if it's under or oversteering, I think is what it's called, but I feel like that's what's happening. If you hold the brake too much, then you're going to oversteer and you're going to spin out. But if you don't hold that brake enough, your car's not going to turn because it literally does not want to turn. It's so weird. There is such a tiny sort of window that you have of holding the brake and then releasing it in order to get a clean turn while going at a pretty decent speed. And hopefully you can see what I'm talking about in the gameplay. Some points when I'm going too fast and I hold the brake too much, I spin out. But then when I don't hold the brake or just like use the regular brake and not even using the handbrake, it just does not want to turn. It just feels so heavy and so sluggish and it doesn't want to actually get around the corner. So, man, this car could have been awesome. But in typical Rockstar fashion, they take one of the coolest looking supercars and make it a flop. And I'm not going to buy this. And honestly, even when it goes on sale, it's got to go on sale for like $75,000 or 75% off. Give me a Twitch Prime discount and maybe I'll buy it just to stash it in my garage because I love the looks of it. And it would be great next to my Asimov Sultan RS. But I would never drive this around. It's not fun to drive around. And the speed is just not there. The performance is just not there. So buyer beware. Do not waste $2 million, obviously, unless you have billions of dollars. But even if you have billions of dollars, you may want to be careful because Rockstar, and I'll make a separate video on this, they changed their terms and conditions, and it's not looking good for people who have a ton of money. That's all I'm going to say. But I will make a video on that either later today or tomorrow sometime. So if you are curious, then be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about this brand new vehicle? Like I said, I was so hoping this vehicle would be good. I love the looks of it. It basically, I mean, I love the Zentorno. This, like I said, the Zentorno Mark II is basically this. And I don't know why they had to just mess with the speed and the performance and the handling. I mean, if it was just mediocre or average, I would have liked it, but I would say this is below average. Comparing it to any of the top or any of the recent supercars. So that is this video. Actually, here's one final thing, just because I've done this with the last couple of vehicles, going over this real bumpy part of the road up kind of like in the middle of the city part in Vinewood area. This car gets air, and that's not because it's going that fast either. I mean, that's the first time we've ever gotten like literally all four tires off of the ground driving this. So I don't know what that says about it. But that can't be good because I'm sure that at one point, whenever you're driving this thing and you hit some part of road that's similar, getting air is not good because you ain't going to be able to control anything and you're probably going to crash. So again, that is now everything with this video. Thank you all for watching. Please drop a video like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA Online content. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.